This video is sponsored by World of Warships, which is funny because this channel used to be about World of Warships. For the purpose of this video, Wargaming hooked me up good. They gave me a press account with a ton of different ships to play. I'm going to show you a bunch of ships. No, not those kinds of ships. I'm going to show you each ship class, what makes them work, and we're going to have some fun learning the game. September 2023 is this game's 8th birthday, and it's come a long way. This game is free to install and play on PC and on consoles. Check out the link in the description to download it for free right now. During registration, use the promo code MEGADETH to receive a huge starter pack, including 200 doubloons, 500,000 credits, and 7 days of premium account time, plus the Vic Rattlehead Commander and a ship. New content comes out every month. If you guys thought that Siege looks different than 2015, I was shocked, truly, to see how much has been added to this game since I stopped playing it so many years ago. New ships, new nations worth of tech, new cosmetics, events. The game constantly has a stream of content with lots of different game modes, including 12v12 arenas. If you like Megadeth, you can play as Vic Rattlehead or Dave Mustaine, and you can get a custom Megadeth skin. The game has over 40 different unique maps with unique weather effects, snow, sunny, tons of different environments. The water effects are great. The ships dynamically interact with the water. If there's a lot of chop, they'll bounce back and forth with waves crashing against them. If you are a military history buff, this game is a treasure trove. You have pretty much every distinguished ship from especially World War II and World War I. Remarkable names like HMS Warspite, the Bismarck, nationally iconic ships like the Polish Błyskawica, ships from every corner of the globe: Brazil, Sweden, China, Argentina, Spain, the Netherlands. You can play 5 classes of ships: destroyers, aircraft carriers, submarines, cruisers, and battleships. And each of these ships has a distinct kind of flavor to them. You've got the Japanese heavy cruisers, which were well known for their big 8-inch guns and that nasty torpedo sting in their tail. You've got the classic American cruisers with tons of 6-inch guns that fire really quickly. The community is very passionate and involved in the game. You've got forums, you've got a Discord channel, and the game is available on consoles as well. When I was still playing the game pretty actively, my favorite class of ships were the Japanese heavy cruisers. These things have it all. Good anti-aircraft defenses, and the guns are big, but not too big, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. In this section, I'm going to show you what the Megami is capable of. We're going to show you what happens when you engage another cruiser of the same type. We're going to show you how to take down battleships from a distance as well with harassment damage. And I'm going to show you how the torpedoes can play something into your combat as well. One of the things that's really, really good about my ship is that it has good anti-A defense. So I'm a battery for my friends here that are trying to capture the A point. So these guys are bad news over there. It's really important that I play relatively close to my teammates because without me, they're vulnerable to these planes. It's been a while since I played, so I don't know if every cruiser applies to this logic, but as far as when I was playing, most cruisers had really potent anti-aircraft defenses. So here I'm fighting over a capture point. I have AP equipped because this guy has his broadside exposed to me, and that means if I get lucky, I can do a ton of damage to his citadel, the critical weak spot of any ship in the game. That's where you usually keep the ammo. Now pay attention to what his shells do to my ship. Basically nothing, right? I know that I have the armor differential here. As long as I keep my ship facing towards this person, as long as I don't go to the side really heavily, this person cannot pen my side armor, and I'm chilling. The point at which I do fire my full broadside is when I have an island to give me cover. So I get up to the island, I go to the left, and then I get a really nice hit right here. Now, eventually I do get into a little trouble here. My biggest weakness is a battleship. So what you can do when you're caught out is you can adjust your throttle, right? I go to a full stop here. This person does not know that I am coming to a stop. They are leading a shot that I am not going to walk into here. Woo, good stop. And then I switch to HE because my AP rounds are going to bounce right off. So I might as well set this target on fire. Fire. Big. That's exactly what I want. That's not what I want. And that's why I'm scared of battleships. That kind of raw output there. I'm lucky I didn't get KO'd. But I do manage to mitigate a couple of shots here. So with good positioning, I'm able to stay in the fight a lot longer, and we'll show you how. Now remember that this guy's guns cannot pen me. I don't know why they don't switch to HE. Never interrupt your opponent when they are in the process of making a mistake. So we take advantage of that. And then I make a smaller target here, right? Tack to the right. And then if it's narrow and I get hit from the front, I'm protected at the sides because I'm angled and it's going to bounce off of the deck. Good bounce. Now I get my torpedoes in the water, which is really important for me to take down this ship, but this is also really important. As soon as I realize this ship has its broadside exposed, I switch to AP, and this is what happens. Big Citadel hit. Not dead yet. So I'm keeping a small target profile, and if I get lucky, I'm not going to get taken out here because he's still firing AP at me for some reason. Also, notice that the torpedoes are forcing this person to adjust the positioning of the ship, so he's caught in a web of torpedoes. Nice. Okay. That Citadel hit was exactly what we needed to take that guy down. So I'm pretty banged up, but that was a really, really big play that I just made. 1 HP in a dream. Just those small decisions, right? Remember what we were just talking about? There were 2 instances where I would not be making this capture right now. But because I had the wherewithal to go, okay, I'm going to stop, not take that hit. Angle a little bit, don't take that hit. It's those little decisions that add up that really make this game so fun. And it completely changes the outcome of this match. All right, so I was talking about the Citadel and bouncing, right? Armor pen mechanics. Battleships, that's their forte, right? Lots of armor, lots of guns. So you want to stay close to your teammates, but you also, you know, just want to get in there and take some fights. Battleships are the heavy tanks of the game. They get in with their big guns, tons of armor, and they just force engagements, right? They're force appliers. That's what they do. So all those are bouncing because my armor is protecting me right now. Their guns are really big, so they take a long time to reload. Oh, that's just silly. Later, bro. So if this guy peeks, I'm looking right at his side, and then I can just pen his Citadel just like that. So you have to have good positioning and timing to get the most out of these ships. And different ships are good at different ranges. Some of them are more like close quarters brawlers with secondary batteries, and some of them are more like snipers. What they all share in common is that they're big and slow, so they're very vulnerable to torpedoes. I don't know about that either. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, you know. Your job is to punish people with bad positioning by alpha striking the crap out of them in their weak spots. Yeah.
Penetration confirmed.
Kinky. You need to pay attention to your surroundings and make sure that you're not going in a straight line all the time. Otherwise, you'll get torpedoed. I'm not letting you hit. I'm not letting you hit with the torps, man. Sorry. I will take that every day of the week. Now I can stay angled here because I have the Nelson and my guns are on the 4. So I'm angled. The Nelson is a unique ship in this regard. Other battleships do have similar configurations. For instance, the French Richelieu has its main guns towards the 4 as opposed to the aft, but that also means that it's very vulnerable from the back. Most battleships will carry 2 main guns on the 4 and the aft. So if you want to get a full broadside, you're going to have to expose yourself lawn-wise. As far as I'm concerned, there's not a lot of things as satisfying in a game like this as hitting a long-range shot from 50 kilometers with your full broadside. It's gonna hit, yeah. Get out in front of your teammates and do some damage. Destroyers are fast and nimble. They either hit you with torpedoes before running away, or they light you on fire stealthily. They're great as scouts, and they also usually have smoke screens. However, the smaller profile means they're not going to carry as many AAA guns. So as you can see, I'm happy to be next to my friendly cruiser here, because these guys, I don't want those guys. Those are bad. So I have a cone of fire with my friendly cruisers here that's kind of keeping me safe. All right, I'm gonna engine boost here and then smoke screen off this this kind of cross section here. You want to get your torpedoes in the water as often as possible. Some destroyers also have depth charges to deal with submarines, so they're nifty little support ships that can do a lot of different things. Destroyers are also very useful as scouts. They can spot ships that your teammates can't see from afar. Your battleships with sniper range guns will appreciate that a lot. Your guns can fire really quickly, so you can set people on fire and do tons of ship damage. They either have to shoot at you, a small and difficult to hit target, or the other guy they're already shooting at. What I'm trying to do is set this guy on fire right now. Teammates like battleships will appreciate your presence, especially if you have depth charges to keep them safe from submarines. I think those torpedoes kept that guy from going in that direction. Now he has to make a choice between shooting me or shooting my teammate. And I'm gonna punish him for being in that position by setting him on fire. Hopefully. Torpedoes on my what? Big. Yeah. Basically, shoot and scoot, keep moving, scout for your teammates, and provide supportive util. I suck at playing these, but it's in the thumbnail. Aircraft carriers. So I have 3 types of planes. I have attack planes, I have torpedo bombers, and I have dive bombers. I also have fighter planes. These are not controlled as manually. They're responsible for I'm taking down planes like this that are attacking me right now. I'm gonna actually turn so I don't get hit by, welcome to playing carriers. Just use all your planes. Yeah. All good though, all good in the hood. I can take that punishment. All right. What I like to do is send out the attack planes first. They're quite fast. As you can see in this case, like literally fighter planes equipped with rockets, right? Corsairs. I'm gonna look around for people to scout, right?
Engaging enemy.
Nice. So I set that guy on fire with my rockets. That's good. I'm gonna go back and then launch a different type of plane. Torpedo bombers are the bread and butter in my experience when it comes to damage output with aircraft carriers. That's not to say that the other planes can't put in some work as well. They're also good for different types of situations. But torpedoes in general are really good at taking out big heavy targets like battleships, and aircraft carriers are exceptional for that ability to strike from anywhere. Nice, got a hit.
Approaching target.
You should also hit. Yes, they will. See ya. No flooding. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Nah. Ah, wow. It's okay. All somebody has to do is just kiss them. Remember with torpedoes earlier in the video, we're thinking big and slow. Easy targets. Oh, would you look at that? There's a sub. That sub's gone. But I spotted it, so that's good. All right, I think I'll go after this guy here. Oh my gosh, yep. That's a battle cruiser.
Engaging enemy.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm getting... Okay, well that's just not good at all. Aircraft carriers are quite self-sufficient when it comes to defending themselves from enemy planes. Like I mentioned earlier, you have fighter planes, but you also have a plethora of anti-aircraft guns. You're big and lumbering, but you have a massive HP pool, so that is something worth in and of itself. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Might be able to finish him off here. Maybe that one. That one's gonna hit. Yeah. Nice. I'll take the assist on that one. So yeah, I'm not the best carrier player, but you get the idea. You fly a bunch of different planes around the map independently and you do some damage. Pretty interesting gameplay loop. Yeah. I hope you guys liked this video. Check out the link in the description and click to download the game for free. Use the code MEGADETH to get a big starter pack, including 200 doubloons, 500,000 credits, and 7 days of premium account time, plus Vic Rattlehead as a commander and a ship. Special thanks to World of Warships for sponsoring this video and helping me relive my teenagehood.